Now, coming to the next topic, that is ranging. I told you that we'll be discussing about measuring the offsets, how to measure them, and then ranging. If your survey line is longer than the chain length, it is necessary to align the intermediate points on the chain line so that the measurements are along the line. Okay, I explained it in the very beginning. So this chain line is to be, that means our chain is to be extended along the main line AB, and if the chain length is smaller than the actual survey line, or the survey line is longer than the chain length, in that case you need to fix some intermediate points. Okay, now the process of locating intermediate points on survey line is known as ranging. Okay, so point A and point B are very far away, more than 20 meters. If your chain length is 20 meters, then you need to fix the intermediate points between A and B. So those points should be along the line AB. Okay, so fixing those points there along the line, that is called ranging. So this is the definition: the process of locating intermediate points on the survey line is known as ranging. And there are two methods of ranging. One is called direct ranging and other is called reciprocal ranging or indirect ranging. Okay, so if direct, then opposite is the indirect. We also call it as reciprocal ranging. Now, what is direct ranging? Let us assume that this is the field in which point A and point B are located. This is point A and this is point B. And the line joining these 2 points is longer than the chain length. Okay, from A to B, this is the line which is joining them, and this distance is more than the chain length. So what you do is you fix a ranging rod at point A. Similarly, fix a ranging rod at point B. Now, the person who is standing over here, he can see that these 2 ranging rods should be in the same straight line. Though, if you join 2 points, that is always a straight line. But if you want to extend or locate intermediate points, this person can stand somewhere here and adjust himself, keeping his one eye closed. He can adjust his position in such a manner that what he sees is this rod hiding the second rod. Okay, so that this rod at B and rod A are exactly on the same straight line along with his eye. So the eyesight goes from his eye to this side, and this rod will be hiding the second rod behind it. So in that case, he will be knowing that this is the straight line. Okay. Now, second person will hold a ranging rod here. He will prefer that he will try that I am holding this ranging rod exactly on this line AB. But it may not be exactly on this line AB. It may be little away from it. But this man will not be able to see this, but this person who is holding his eye at such a location that his line of sight is along this, and he knows that the second rod is not hiding behind this first rod, because B is hiding behind this A rod. That means A and B line is along in the direction of his eye, but this rod is not hiding. That means this is not along this line. So as of now, what he sees is the third rod is towards his right. So he will wave his left hand towards his left so that this person will come to know that I have to move towards this side. So what he will do? He has shifted a little. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So he has tried to shift more towards where this man is guiding him. But still, is it on the straight line?
No, sir.
So this man will say, okay, move further to my left. So he will move it further here, and he can go away from it also. Is it on the straight line?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. In the previous location, what you see is the this black line, dotted line, that is line of sight, is moving from the back side. This is in front of it. And here it is moving in the front of it. That means this ranging rod is on the back side. And it is also clear from its base. Okay. So now the third man has moved it a bit farther. Now he will guide him to bring it towards his right a little. So with some trials, he will fix it on the line. Okay, now this ranging rod has come exactly along this line AB. So this
Yes, sir.
position
Sir.
is now C. So this is the procedure to establish a point C exactly on this line AB. So C is an intermediate point which is located exactly along this line AB. So this red dotted line, actually it is not there, okay? But with this procedure, you have fixed a point C, which is exactly along AB. So in this manner, you can have other points also at this point, say wherever you want. So at intermediate points can be fixed. So this is one ranging, means locating one point, that is point C. By the same procedure, you can have other points also along with this line. It depends upon the actual length of the line AB. If it is much more than this, say 80 meters of length is there and you have 20 meters of chain, then you need to fix at least 4 points in between or 3 points in between so that you can extend your chain line accordingly up to this point B. But if it is a 25 meters distance and your chain is 20 meters long, then only 1 point will be sufficient. Okay, so this is called the direct ranging. But sometimes this type of situation comes. So what is the situation? Point A and B, this is point A and here is point B. They are in such a manner that ranging rod at B is not visible from A. And similarly, ranging rod A is not visible from B because of some this hill type structure or say the increased elevation in between. Okay, so directly from A to B, this man cannot fix himself along this line AB, and this way he will not be able to guide the third man to locate the intermediate points. Here, one person is standing in this side and other person is standing here also. In this method, we need 4 persons. In the previous method, we needed only 2. Okay, here we need 4 persons. Okay. First one, we will try to fix a ranging rod. We will try to locate a ranging rod somewhere here in such a way that it is visible from point A. Okay. Mind it, B is not visible. From A, this location, third ranging rod is visible. Similarly, in between them, we will try to fix another ranging rod which is visible from B. Okay. But these two intermediate rods may not be exactly along this line AB. Okay, to carry out this procedure, let us view this area from the top. If you view it from the top, this is the area. So this is the portion of that hump, or you can say the raised level, and point A and point B are here. First of all, you have fixed the point and ranging rod, third ranging rod N1, which is visible from A. Then you have to fix another ranging rod in between, because from A to N1, these two ranging rods are visible to the person standing over here. He can simply guide the fourth man, because one person is here, second is here, third is here. The fourth person will be taking a ranging rod exactly at this point just by the method of direct ranging. He will guide him to come to exactly this line. Okay, so this ranging rod M1 will be exactly along A and 1. But this line is not aligned to AB as of now. But now M1 is fixed in such a manner that it is visible from B. And if it is visible from B, then the second person standing over here can simply say that N1 is not along this line BM1. So what this third person will do, he will shift himself to the new location N2 so that B and M1 are in the same line N2. That means N2 comes exactly on the line BM1. Okay, but the moment this man shifts to N2 location, this man will say, the first person standing at A will say that now M1 is not along this line A and 2. Now he will be shifting to, so this man, first man will guide the fourth one to move to location, new location M2 so that M2 is on the line A and 2. Similarly, he will say that now this again it is disturbed. He will guide him to come to point N3. So likewise, ultimately with some trials, these locations will be transferred after some trials, say N and M trials. So these two ranging rods N and M will be fixed exactly along line AB. Okay, so this is indirect ranging or reciprocal ranging. Directly from A to B, ranging rods were not visible, but by this procedure, we could fix the intermediate points exactly along AB line. Is it clear now? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we have shown in the previous slide, that was in the three-dimensional view, so that you will not be able to draw in the exams or in the test. So what is visible over here? So this thing you can draw. Okay. This thing you can draw in the explanation of reciprocal ranging or the indirect ranging when it is asked in the test or in the final exams.